Hello. Today, I would like to present you with something that I've been working on as an exercise of writing and comic making. And it's called Shrek from Memory. Shrek, for some reason, is one of those movies that I can watch in my brain from memory. Probably related to this joke from the McElroy Brothers podcast, in which they talked about playing Halo in your mind or something like that. And for some reason that stood out to me, and I realized that I could watch all of Shrek in my mind consecutively. You know, there are movies that I can think of that I'll remember scenes, but my mind will jump around from different points of the story because I don't quite remember what precedes what. That's not the case with Shrek. For some reason, things in Shrek are pretty consecutive to me, so I figured I could totally write Shrek from scratch and from start to finish in just 4 panels. So that's kind of what I did. I started off by just making 4 panels on a piece of paper and just kind of going off of the events. And that's what the composition varies a little bit. You'll see it, but let me read it to you. So once upon a time, there was a Shrek. He's an ogre. He's happy with his way of life. He's ugly and he doesn't like other people. And you can tell because he puts up signs for people to stay away. Meanwhile, in the same forest, there's like people giving up their magical animals because there's a bounty on them. If you give away magical animals or creatures or whatever, you get some money back. But a donkey, a talking donkey that's in line, escapes, runs away from those guys, and encounters Shrek, who scares those guys away. When Shrek and Donkey return to Shrek's lair, he's horrified to see that there's a bunch of creatures taking refuge in his zone. So he goes over to Duloc to talk to the guy responsible. There's a battle scene. I don't give a damn about reputation. Living in the best of your generation. Only do what you wanna do, and that's what you wanna do. Now I don't give a damn about my damn reputation. No, not me. They talk to Farquaad, who's like, yo, you totally just won my contest. I'll make a deal with you. I'll get the creatures out of your swamp if you go get the princess for me. So he's like, all right. I'm on my way. They get to the castle and it's surrounded by lava. And unfortunately, I've had to summarize this sequence because I just realized I would need to make 2 more pages just for the in-between stuff, which I think adds a lot of value to the movie, but it was going to be way too many panels, so you get it. You've seen the movie. You're watching this because you've seen the movie and you know it. But this is my version of events, the beats, if you will, the beats. They're like, this castle blows, that's dangerous, and they get the princess out of there. I love this sequence. It has some really cool original soundtrack. Anyway, and then Shreko and Fiona start falling in love. And they are sharing a beautiful meal of rats. Big flat rats, which I did not know that's what they were when I was young. Anyway, he goes over to confess his love, and Fiona's venting to Donkey, and you can see that she's a Shreka. She's an ogre. And Shrek's heartbroken because he overhears it and he thinks she's talking about him. This part is rushed to bits. So, Donkey's like, she was not talking about you. But by the time they're having that conversation, she's already gone away. She's gone. So they fly over with the dragon. It looks so funny. Look how I drew her with a little bow and big plump filler lips. Purple. That's intense. They crash the thing. This song's not in the movie, but it's appropriate to say it's gonna be cringe now that I amped it up, but Oh, but imagine as I'm pacing the pews in the church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, no, I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. She's an ogre. I believe I'm a believer. Believe I'm a believer. And that's the end of Shrek. And then it jumps into a musical sequence, which I could totally do. Oh, but in preparation to this, I also did an exercise by Lynda in which I try to recall all the things that happened in the movie. It's called Daily Diary. And I kind of went in sequence. So these were the main beats that I remembered when I sat down for like 2 minutes just to think about it. Shrek attacks intruders. Donkey crosses his path. Fairy tales come to swamp. Shrek and Donkey go rescue the princess. Castle heist with dragon. They fall in love. Misunderstanding and resolution. Rescue. Happily ever after. Some of the things that I visualized that I remember really well from the movie is him in the beginning. Bam, bam, boom. Bam, bam. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Then the swamp with the fairies, Duloc battle. I'm on my way. The castle skeletons, them falling in love, and then dragon in the sky. And then some of the one quote I can remember from the movie is when Donkey's hit with Tinkerbell, basically. And he's like, I'm flying. And then the piglets are like, he's flying. I remember that. I don't know if that's what he says in English, but in Portuguese, that's what they're saying. And then the one question that I have about the movie is, why do they have that misunderstanding at the end of the movie? It's so annoying. It's like, anyway, I guess it's to give it an epic finale, but as a kid, that gave me too much anxiety. I thought it was so weird that they're like in this like mill, Fiona and Donkey and all that stuff. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this 7-minute journey into my mind and into Shrek. Thank you.